Hello, Alvia. Thanks for joining us. It's another opportunity to walk with you for the next 45 minutes, 1 hour on Public Conscience on radio. And it's a program produced by the Progressive Impact Organization for Community Development, Primorg, with support from the MacArthur Foundation. I'm Okiri Agbonsuremi. It is your anti-corruption program. Today is an integrity episode, and we have in the house those who will tell us what it takes to have integrity and to win a very coveted award, to be in the club of those who are integrity icons in Nigeria. Even as we bring you reports of corruption weekly, as reported by partner media organizations, there are Nigerians across the land who are standing up to be counted on the side of integrity and honesty, particularly in the public service. We have a lot of them in the private sector too, and just yesterday, President Muhammadu Buhari gave awards on behalf of the ICPC to two Nigerians who have displayed uncommon integrity, as we call them here. The Assistant Controller General of Customs, Bashir Abubakar, who rejected $412,000, about 150 million bribe offered him by drug traffickers to import 4 containers laden with tramadol, a controlled and high addictive drug. And if you think he is a big man, he was doing his job, he's entitled to all the allowances, that's why he was discouraged from taking it, then listen to this. A cleaner, Ugu, former cleaner at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, also got an award. She returned on different occasions, not just on one occasion, millions of naira found in the course of her duty as a cleaner, including, listen to this, the sum of $12 million forgotten in the toilet by an airport user. So, distinguished public servants who have been honored because they have been found to be individuals with high integrity and honesty make up the prestigious club of the Integrity Icons Award winners. And today on the program, we are joined by officials of Accountability Lab Nigeria, a team promoting honesty and integrity around the world and working very hard here in Nigeria, and who have opened nominations for the 2020 Integrity Icon Awards in Nigeria. And you want to know to know how to find out who is really the ones they are looking for? Do you know any honest public servant in your environment? How can we identify honesty amongst us in our offices, in our workplace, in our communities? What is the selection process? How do you nominate individuals for these awards? These are the things that will be on focus today. And the reason we are doing this is to showcase that indeed there are very many Nigerians who are honest in spite of the large-scale corruption that abound in our society. Many Nigerians are striving every day, resisting corruption and working against it. And when they are found, they are honored. At the level of Accountability Lab Nigeria, they offer what we call the Integrity Icon Award yearly, and nomination is open. And the way it is done is what we are going to be talking about. And my guests on the program today include Prince Chimaroke Chukwuka. Prince Chimaroke Chukwuka is the communications officer for Accountability Lab Nigeria. And he is joined by Sam Emenogu, who is a program officer. Both of them are here with me in the studio. I want to thank you for joining me on the program.
Thank you so much for having us.
The third guest we have today is Bukola Adewumi, an investigative journalist with the News Agency of Nigeria. She's one of the award winners last year. That is, she stood up right, strong enough to be identified by this group, and she was one of those who won the award. As a reporter, Bukola Adewumi does her job with honesty, and she has suffered arrest and detention for standing up for the truth. And we will get to know how she was selected for the award so that we can be guided on how to forward our nomination to the group, this wonderful group that is looking for public servants who are excellent in their work to be given the award. Thank you so much, Madam, for joining me on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Remember that you can be part of this program by sending us here right now as you are listening to us. You can send us a message, just messages only to this number, 09022656167. That is 09022656167. Though that is the number to send us a message to, and as soon as you send us the message, we will. What do you think about this award? How do you think about people working very hard with integrity in our society in the midst of the corruption we are talking about? There are very, very many Nigerians. And I know you know them. If there's a policeman around your community who is doing well, you know him. If there are community leaders who are doing very well, you know if you give them a bribe, they will not take, you know them. There are offices where officials will know. You just align them. They say those ones, if you talk to him, he will not collect anything. We know him. He has integrity. Either he's a very pious person or on his own, he just decided that he wants to follow integrity. We know them. These are the people that are qualified for this nomination. Send us a message if you have a contribution to make on the program. But remember, in the course of the program, my guests will provide you the links, the phone numbers, the email addresses to be used to submit those you believe are deserving of this award. Last year, for 2019, they got over 400 nominations around Nigeria. And they have pruned it down. As we are talking now, we have 5-10 of them who have been shortlisted, and they have been celebrated around Nigeria for the standing up. So you can actually be part. Indeed, you are actually the beginning of the process of the nomination. They don't go out there looking for people. They get nomination from the public. So let's go ahead and ask us, what do we do? How do we get them? How do we get our nominations across? Let's go to the basis of this program by asking my guests the processes and what it entails. Chimaroke, you want to lead us?
Okay. Thank you so much once again for having us. It's a great privilege to be here and to talk to Nigerians and then every other person who will be listening from far and wide. The process begins with nominations, and this is where we expect that the public who interact with public servants, send us nominations of officials who they find doing their job with so much honesty and integrity.
Your concern essentially is those who are working for government.
Yes.
Those who are public officers, who are working in government offices.
Yes.
Because we have brought taxi drivers to this program. We have brought people who returned $80,000, but those they are not working for government. Those are not the ones you are targeting.
Those are not the ones we're targeting.
You are looking at integrity in government, in government sectors.
In government sector, yes.
Okay.
Although we also have plans to also have recognitions for such individuals like you have mentioned.
Yes.
Like in the coming awards, we will plan to give them an honorary certificate to say
of recognition.
To say, yes, we see what you're doing. We see you becoming the change we are hoping to see in Nigeria, and just encourage other Nigerians who are doing the right thing out there. But our focus for the Integrity ICO campaign is centered around public servants or public civil servants who are doing the right thing. And we engage the public to say, send us nominations of these people. Since you engage them on a daily, since you're always, interacting with these people, send us nominations. And then when we have that nominations, we'll begin to look at their story. We'll begin to see the strength of their story. We'll begin to make our own investigation, have our background checks to find out if what have been given is as it is.
No, we'll come to that. What you do with the nominations, we are going to come. That's a huge area. After the nomination, what I will be coming to those areas. But Sam, let's look at the past nominations and the awards we have given. Tell us what your interaction with the public with regard to these nominations have been.
Okay, so last year for 2019, we received 407 nominations across Nigeria. We received them online, by SMS, and also from hard copies. It's much better. The response is much better than last year, than the previous year, 2018, where we received 286 6 nominations.
So just the last year you got 407.
407, yes, sir. So it's been better. The response has been better, and we're getting nominations from sectors and individuals.
Let us list them. Where did you get these nominations from? From local government, from state government, from these agencies of federal government? Where did you get this?
So for 2019, we received a nomination from the Nigerian Police Force.
The Nigerian Police Force?
Yes, sir. From NAFDAC, the universities of Port Harcourt and Jos.
In fact, there's a policeman who works. It is in Cross River. Akwa Ibom, who is one of your icons.
Yes.
Who they say is if with all this bribe and envelope that you are seeing along the road, this man will kick you. If you go near him with anything, and everybody know this policeman.
Yes.
He was one of your award winners.
Yes, sir. He's one of the top 5 for this year. Yes.
What's his name?
CSP Francis Erabo.
Francis Erabo.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So we've received, those are the top 5 we received in 2019. So basically we've got better response this year, which shows that more Nigerians are keen into it and believing that there are indeed government officials who have integrity. So yes, sir.
Many Nigerians who say, in spite of these corruption reports we do every week on Public Conscience or radio, a lot of we still have opportunity the chance to even look at those who are working very well and running away from corruption. Now let's turn to one woman who has won the award, Mrs. Bukola Adewumi, and my colleague. Yes, an investigative journalist with the News Agency of Nigeria. She's been on this program before, but we asked her to join the team so that we also know how she was nominated. Madam, how did you get nominated? Were you nominated for this? Did you even know that at all that somebody was nominating you?
No, I never knew who even nominated me.
Do you know now?
Yes.
You got to know eventually.
It was at the end of the program that I knew who actually nominated me.
So? You were called. You got a phone call or you got an email?
No, I got a phone call, and I was scared. Like, I've never had that been done before, recognizing someone. And so when I got the call, it was like, what? You mean someone was really looking and checking or following up my activities or things like that? It was something
But you are known in your office to do your job the way everybody expects them to do.
Yes.
So somebody there probably or has seen you out there, said, look, this woman deserves an award, and then sent your name and your details to Accountability Lab. And they called you. So tell us, when they called you, did you believe it? What was your immediate reaction? Maybe you go home, told your husband and said, this is what has happened. How did you see it yourself personally?
Yes, when they called me, I was so surprised, very, very surprised, despite the fact that I do my work diligently. But I was still surprised, like, can there be a group like this that want to stand up to recognize with people with integrity, honesty? And I told my husband, told my colleagues, told my ogas in the office, and I was like, this is it. And a lot of people were like, that's good, you deserve it, you deserve it, you deserve it. So I was so happy at the end of the day.
Now, let's get back to, because this program is interactive, we always want to take the views from those who are listening at home. I can tell you, each time we run integrity episodes, many Nigerians know those who are working well in their various environments. I will just ask Madam Adewumi, what is the driving force? What actually is the thing that keeps you or that kept you on this integrity track in spite of all the temptations? Because these are the things that people are looking at. Because we'll be reading out the qualification just now. Chimaroke and Sam will be telling us exactly what the people should be looking out for, so that you don't just nominate people for the sake of nomination. You don't nominate your father because he bought a shoe for you. There are things that are what are those things that you have now discovered that were found in you that earned you this award?
Honesty. Yes. Honesty.
How easy is it to be honest always?
It's not easy. That's the truth. I say it every time. It's not easy, but you just choose to.
It's a choice.
Yes, it's a choice. You just choose to do it and choose to live by it. It's not something that it's easy.
You just say the truth all the time. I mean, anytime you are confronted with a choice, you say, look, I have to be honest, I have to be right.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. Because even in my own private life, it's not easy to lie.
Yeah.
Or to cheat. I don't find it easy. It's something that is difficult for me. So even if at that moment I'll have to tell you that I won't sleep well, I'll come back to tell you this is it.
This is
Yes. Even when I was growing up, my mom was just leave her. She'll say it now. She'll come back later to tell you the real truth. Yeah. And it has been like that with me all my life. Honesty is just the driving force. Honesty. And to see where we'll clean up the nation.
Now, when we talk about demonstration of integrity, the ways in which the nominees should be seen, we're talking about integrity, both personal and professional, the quality of the recommendations. Let's just take a look at it, Sam. Let me give from you, Sam.
Okay.
What are those things that people who are listening out there, who want to send information to you, should look out in the individuals that are working in government, that they say, you say, this guy is okay, and we believe he can win the award? What are those qualifications?
So, we have a checklist of the things we look out for. One of these things is, for instance, the quality of their recommendations. If somebody is being recommended, if you're nominating someone for this award, we ask you, how exactly in that person's line of work has the person showed integrity? One of the things we noticed for 2019 was opportunities in which an individual comes in contact with
corruptive opportunities.
Yes,
or corruption opportunities.
Corrupt-inducing opportunities.
Yes.
So there are some individuals that come in contact with it on a regular basis. There are some once in a while.
Yes.
So we take that into contact.
Which one is more important? Because I remember that I remember that as a judge, because in the last batch I was privileged to be a judge. Yes. To really scrutinize your last 30 so that we can get 5 and it was a very tough debate. Which one is, if you come across opportunities to be corrupt every day and very, very often, and you resist it, or it comes once in 3 years, and you also, the two of you find that you are able to resist it, who should actually get the award? Is it the one that come in contact with these opportunities every day and he's resisting it every day? Or somebody who doesn't come across this opportunity to be corrupt, it just wants the blues, like somebody discovering a huge sum of money in his account. Mm. That's once in a time, and the person who can keep the money. So which one do you think is
Okay, so I think both of them are important. But we must, in terms of classifying or trying to get our results, we must look at the opportunities that one has to come to be corrupt. You have a police officer who gets offer bribes every day of the week.
Yeah, who is on the road every day, or in the office every day, and somebody is coming with money every day, and every day he keeps saying no.
He says no, even when there's school fees to be paid, there are bills to be paid, he says no, it's not easy. You also have journalists who sometimes they offer them more, especially during an election cycle.
Yes.
To write it this way, write it that way, and you have bills, you have
bills, you have rent, you have so many things, and you still say no.
So both of them are important. I'm trying not to downplay.
Or a guy in an office that is maybe. Is he a paymaster, they call them now, or in the contract section of an office, yes, and it's every day opportune to say, okay, go and do this job, and he stands straight all the time to give the job to the person who deserves it, to pay you your money without demanding for a kickback all the time. You see, the pay office, you just bring your thing, he pays you. It doesn't say come back tomorrow, come back next year, so that it will delay and make you want to make an offer.
Mm-hmm. They're both important. They're both important, sir.
In fact, when we say integrity, we can say one has more integrity than another many times because some of these people are facing different circumstances. And for the individual who you may think has just a one-time encounter, it could be that there is a pressing need that money would have solved as well.
Yes.
So it's, for us, it's all integrity, but just maybe for the sake of selection, many times we may just consider the one who has more frequency with such opportunities. Yes. Just for selection. I know we always applaud both.
I think when I was asked that question, I said I would probably give, if they were two and they are facing me and one person would take the award, I'll give it to the person who is frequently meeting with that opportunity. But it doesn't reduce the fact that the person who sees it once in a lifetime cannot also get the award. But the temptation circle of somebody who gets to face this thing every day is actually higher, more rigorous, and you have, to stand sometimes even at risk. At the risk of even standing up to say, no, this is the thing that must be done.
Yeah.
So both of them are important. Now, let's before I come back to Mrs. Adewumi, let me tell you that you can be part of the show, and if you have sent a message to us, we'll just be reading it to you as soon as possible, as soon as my assistant producer here gives me. But let me tell you that you can send in your messages to us, like I told you before. Send a message to us 09022 656167. That is just for messages only. And for phones, if you want to interact with us on this topic, of course, you have seen how we are driving it. Do you have somebody out there? And how do you judge somebody to be really, really honest? We know them. We can see them all over. We know there's corruption everywhere, but there are those of us who are standing up. Of course, we will be willing to take your calls now. And please make it very brief. Go straight to the point. And let us see if we can do it in 30 seconds. Let's take our first caller. Hello. Hello. Tell us your name, where you are calling from, and then go straight to the point.
Okay. My name is Comrade Imade Corner Shop, the Ogidi Thiago and of Wazobia FM. I'm calling from my comfort zone. How do you know?
We are with you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Last time you guys came to studio in respect of this issue, I called and also I sent my recommendation to one of my boss who is really doing good in a public office. But at the time, out of 2, 1 must be chosen, or out of 10, 2 must be chosen. So I just wish to use the opportunity to state this on also. I have a chairman who's also is not tolerating nothing, just like the person in the studio, the way she talk. And in life we need to honor people that is straight. This man has been, he has been a DPO in different places in this FCT. He has been a DPO from Day to Zuba, from Zuba to Lifecam, from Lifecam to Lube. From there, they transferred him. Now assistant CP in Port Harcourt, and he's from Sokoto State. His name is Omar. So this man has fight in many, even his fellow police officers has even tried to bring him down because of his sincerity, but he will never give up. But those are the people that Nigeria need to worry. Even when you come up, some companies that came up to give him bribe one time, this man refuses, and a lot of things, in fact, that should start writing, because I write and even send a memo to you people, but I don't know if you've seen it.
All right. We've gotten that dose. But just before we get to the next call, that is very good. And one man who has been seen, and you say everybody see, that is very beautiful. But let me just ask my colleagues, my friends, my guests in the studio here to tell us where to. Let's just quickly do that before we take the next call. Where do we send messages to, so that they don't begin to send the messages to Primorg? Primorg is not the one coordinating this. It is coordinated by Accountability Lab Nigeria. They are the one who harvest all these nominations. So we want to know where do we send these messages to?
Okay, so we have 2 platforms they could do. They could send in nominations to, one of which is the online platform, which they could get via www.cutt.ly/IIN2020. There they can fill in the nomination, the online form, and then we'll get the details. I'll take that again.
Please, I want you to take that again.
I'll take that again. So it's www.cutt.ly/IIN2020. I take that again. www.cutt.ly/IIN2020. Or if you're in a place where you cannot access internet, you could send us a text of your nomination. Just send us the name of the nominee, the organization where he works, and their phone number. You can send that to 080 5350-3402. I take that again, 0805-350-3402.
080-5350-3402. That is 080-5350-3402. Now, you said they should send the name, the organization and their phone number. You don't need all the stories.
Once we get that, we can reach out to them right away.
So you don't need them to tell you any stories. Just forward the name to you, then you follow up.
Yes, please.
So if you are sending the name of Assistant Commissioner Umar, just send the details, where he's working, currently his full names and his phone number.
Exactly.
And that does it. You take it up from there.
We'll take it up from there.
Okay. We can take more calls now so that you get the information. Hello. Please tell us your name, where you are calling from, and then just go straight to the point.
Yes, sir. This is Adeomi Daniel calling. I would like to nominate 3 police officers. One Friday, he used to stand at this Commissioner of Police house. He's a traffic warder. Second one, I don't know his name, but I know his nickname as Bobby. He works at Lifecam. He's a two-star traffic warder. And third police officer is Mr. Ilya. He worked in Lifecam before. Since I've been to this transport work, I never see them have any bad image. They are not like others that they are set trap. Someone like Friday,
please Adeomi, when next you go close to them, when you see them, please ask them for the details. And it's very easy.
Okay,
ask
sir.
Which organization are they working on? Like the police, if he's a police officer, which police unit is he working? Which station is he working? Of course, we know he's a police officer. And the phone number, there's no way we can harvest those details on this program. Just, you must send the number to 080-5350-3402. We will continue to call this number until the end of this program, so that if you have not gotten it, get your paper and biro ready. We will the phone number to send these details to. If you are nominating, you must send that nomination to that phone number. Thank you very much, Adeomi. Let's go ahead and take more calls. We're actually not calling you to give us nomination on this phone. Just tell us, share your experience with us. Hello.
Hello.
Please tell us your name, where you are calling from, and then just go straight to the point.
My name is Staff Sergeant Igiri Uche, calling from Astor Villa. Hello.
We are listening to you. Go ahead, please.
Please, my own is that I'm very far away from my radio set now, so I don't know what has been going on. This is my first call on this line. So I would like to know the detail on how to make the nomination, on how to reach to the people I want to make the nomination to, so I can be able to nominate somebody. It's a military officer I want to nominate.
Thank you very much. Just unfortunately, you are not listening to radio. There's no way we can begin to reel all of them out for you now. But you can call this number to get the information when you at your own free time. 080-5350-3402. Call that number if you feel you don't have understanding of how to do the nomination. We have more callers. Hello.
Hello.
Please do us well by just telling your name, where you are calling from, and then just go. Tell us your story.
My name is Richard and I'm calling from Abuja. And my own take is that in Nigeria is a good people. There are some people that the indigenous see their culture is to be truthful, and they can never steal. No, but government should help the people to also continue to be good. How can government come and tell people that they carry out some project which they did not carry? And people know that this is lie. And after all this, you try to corrupt the people's mind. I'm telling you the truth. In our own place, still is a taboo. But today it is set to turn upside down. And
What do you think happened?
Maybe activities of government.
What do you think happened? What do you think happened actually? And because you said, listen, can you listen, sir? You said by some culture, there are backgrounds that actually enable people to be truthful. There are cultures people are just truthful, but government should help them. What do you think is responsible for people losing this cultural thing that makes them to be?
That's one thing that happens is that the Western world culture that has to do with education and also government. Government is in charge, they are responsible to be in charge of education and also do activities that will make people to learn from them, to live an exemplary life. to be lived truthful life. I don't come and deceive people and tell people to say the truth.
Right, thank you very much. Our phone lines are open and you can reach us, share your experience with us, and I guess we have more people calling. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Please tell us your name, where you are calling from, and then go ahead with your story, please.
Okay, my name is Martins. I'm calling from Dusi. I know you very well. And the story I'm going to tell you now, you might not remember, but you know the person I'm talking about, quite all right. But the woman that is there, she has truly encouraged me. She said she finds it difficult to tell lies. And that is the way to go. For some of us, it's like that. Before you know it, you will just say the truth. And the people that are around you will say, we didn't expect this person to talk like this. By this program you are doing, you are encouraging some of us that are on the ground, that knows ourselves, that know the background that we have. Something happened with your guy, one of your friends is a politician from Edo State, they call him Riceman. When he was building his Wuye school, I happened to be one of the junior staff, and I had to bring 30 trailer of cement from Dunu for credit. And everybody was telling me, please, by the time they finish this house, you should be able to build your own house. By the time you finish this thing, you should be able to buy a car. You should be able to remove 6 bags of cement. Every trailer truck of cement, you must be able to remove 10. I couldn't do it. I couldn't have that lever. And they will tell you, you are not smart. You understand? So, but by this program, I am encouraged this morning. I know that the God of truth settles some of us.
Thank you for standing up. Thank you for standing up. What a wonderful story. That is the kind of thing we are talking about, saying the truth and living honestly all the time. Hello. Please tell us your name, where you are calling from, and then you go straight to your story.
My name is Abubakar Abdullah. I'm calling you from Lifecam, Nigeria. I want to actually congratulate the guests in the studio. They got actually increasing elbow and more awards actually come to your side. I so much believe by giving somebody a particular award is an indication that this person has actually performed well. But where I'm actually having a big shift from the public sector of maybe the serving civil servant or the public servant is that I think we should be able to appreciate even those ones that actually make contributions, even outside the service. For example, we know of maybe the police officer that is retired, maybe a civil servant that is retired, with a sound record of corruptless issues. I think the organization should be able to do something about those things so that other people understand that at the end of the day, even when you are not appreciated while serving, outside the serving, you can actually be recognized and appreciated. And this, by doing this, is going to go a long way in improving people's morality towards goodness, humbleness, and any other issue that has to do with life. Thank you.
I think you are very correct. When we say you tell us about honesty, integrity in your environment, your workplace, your community, and anywhere you can see it, these are the tips. I agree with you. And I want to ask my colleague, my guest here, what happens to a civil servant that has retired? And everybody knew in the course of his duty, he did well, but he's no longer. Is he captured under this arrangement, Sam?
Okay, sir. So for now,
yes, I retired. I retired last year, 3 years ago, and somebody knew that when I was in the office, I was living right. But maybe your binoculars might not be. Are they reckoned with? Can they be nominated?
Unfortunately, no. We're looking for civil servants.
For those who are in the service.
Yes, that have at least 5 years left in civil service.
Oh, it must be like 5 years left in the service.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Is there any reason why you have done that? Which means if I have just 3 years left, I can continue with my corruption?
No.
Is that what you are trying to encourage?
No, there's a reason, because we don't want to just recognize the icons alone. We want them to become role models
in their office. Okay.
And then also, set the pace. You
want to have time to celebrate them, like Mr. Adewumi, who is still working, to be able to be used to, be like a torch bearer in our environment.
Exactly.
Okay, let's continue with the call. Hello.
Hello.
Please tell us your name, and then you go straight to the point, sir.
My name is Tunde. I'm calling from Gwagwalada. Hello?
I said go straight to the point after telling us your name, sir.
Okay, I just want to encourage you in the program you are doing. It's a very nice program. There's need to encourage people to imbibe the principles of straightforwardness and honesty and integrity. I want to encourage you and pray for you that you shall go far and you do well in your endeavor to encourage the people.
Thank you so much. Thank
Hello?
you so much. Thank you so much for that. And hello.
Hello?
Please tell us your name again and where you are calling from, and then go straight to tell us your story.
Yes, I came from Kubwa. Hello?
We are listening to you now, Akin.
I think the chief medical director of Kubwa General Hospital, I think he deserves an award. I've been using that hospital before he became chief medical director. But today, if you go to that hospital is being run like a private hospital. All the systems in that hospital is computerized. From using the doctor, taking your card, going to lab, everything is computerized. The hospital is very neat, extremely neat. When you are there, you think I'm sleeping in that hospital. I think such civil servant deserve a great award. And government should be the searchlight on General Hospital so that other hospitals in Abuja should borrow a leaf from that hospital. Good morning and God bless you.
Thank you so much. And please remember that you have told us a very beautiful story, but that story will not be complete if you don't forward the details to the Accountability Lab Nigeria. And you can use this phone number to forward the nomination of that gentleman, that chief medical director of that hospital. If you don't do that, we don't have a way of tying who nominated to the persons who's nominated. Please send your information to 080-5350-3402. That is 080-5350-3402. That is the only platform, apart from the online platform that they have given. That one is the easiest one. You can send a text message or make a call to make inquiries on how to get somebody nominated. And I can assure you that that person will go through the scrutiny of, because there are a lot of nominations. They will have to go through them. We have so many other people who want to talk to us. Let's talk to some. Hello.
Hello.
Please just go straight to the point after you have told us your names.
Okay, please, for security purpose, I'm a civil servant. And I don't want to mention my name. Something happened, they pay money to my account. And I refund the money. This is 2 months now, I'm yet to get my salary.
Your money was paid into your account?
Yes, IPVIS. And I refund the money. And this is 2 months, I'm yet to get my salary.
Why have you not gotten your salary?
They are telling me excuses that the fault is not from there. The fault is from the IPVIS.
No, tell me, was it that the money that was paid into your account was bigger than your salary?
It was rent with the salary. So they told me that month I will not get salary. That salary will be replaced. That money paid into my account will be replaced. Quite understood. The following month, they didn't pay me. I went and left complaint. They said that and they are working on it. And I'm a civil servant. Hungry every day.
I can understand. Please, you stood on integrity, returned the money that was paid into your account, and you have not got the money. You can still contact our people. They should have contacts. They should know how to help you out to see that if you are standing on integrity, we should not allow you to suffer. Please send your own details and the short story so that they can reach you. We don't want you to mention your name, and we can keep your name up. 08035 08053503402. That is 08053503402. They should be able to call you and find out how to assist you to get to the authority so that your hunger can be banished. Let's take more calls because our time is quite running very, very fast. Hello, your name and where you calling from, and then just tell us your story.
My name is Ibito Yoladele. Hello?
Oh. We have said that when you call, just go straight to your story. What we want you to do is to identify that there are a lot of people living with integrity around you. There are a lot of people who are living upright around you, and it's time for you to stand up for them. They probably will not be able to nominate themselves. I don't know if they take people who nominate themselves. Do you accept people who nominate themselves? They say, I am this, I have done this, I have done this, I have done this. Do you accept that?
Yes, we do, but we would also have background checks and still make calls. So you can nominate yourself and then we'll have background calls.
We'll make our investigations.
So you can actually nominate your father, you can nominate your uncle, but let it be that there's something of integrity about your uncle, something about integrity about your father, your brother. It's something that when they investigate, they will discover that true. This one deserves to be nominated. You can nominate yourself too. I never knew that before. Now you can nominate yourself and say, I have been standing tall here. Mm-hmm. Nobody has seen me, like the lizard that jumps from the Iroko tree. I think we have more people wanting to interact with us. Let's take more calls, and then we'll be wrapping up shortly. Hello.
Hello.
Tell us your name, where you are calling from, and then we take harvest from you. Tell us.
Julius Agbebia. I'm calling from Central area. I want to make some contribution. We're talking about honesty. We're talking about morality. I want us to involve our pastors and imams in churches and in mosques. I tell you one example. I'll give you one example. A member of the church saw money in his account that he don't even expect. Very huge amount of money. He took this one to the church and he said, no, I can't take this money. The pastor encouraged him that he should go ahead and collect the money that angel paid the money to his account. Even as we speak, the boy is afraid on how to spend this money. So my take is that we should be able to, as pastors and imams in mosques and churches, tell our members how honesty is, so that we can pick it up from there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I think you should also help us, help society. If you know such a person and you know such a pastor, you should also keep quiet, because there are security agencies. There are so many organizations who are asking people to report corruption. Report to them. The accountability lab cannot do everything. They are fishing for people with integrity. There are those who are fishing for corrupt people, and they are all over the place. If you go to the internet, even the ICPC, the EFCC, they have platforms you can report corruption. Don't say because nobody is aware. Report that pastor, report the person to them. They follow it up. Let us stand up for what we believe in. It is not just for us to complain. Thank you for bringing that information to us, but it doesn't fall within our category. We are looking for those with honesty who we can nominate to get award on this program. Hello.
Yes, sir. My name is Mr. Mike. I'm calling you from Abuja here. Mine is, I want to ask one question. Is it possible to nominate people who pay the supreme sacrifice and also sportsmen who died in the field of patriotism? So that is one question. And my other question is this. I hope, because this program is on air, I hope this will not be a problem where people the money bags will come and buy awards just to launder their image. And I don't know, you know what I mean.
What you mean? Thank you very much. I know what you mean. I know what you mean very, very well. And that is our last caller for the day. He has raised a lot of 2 points. Those who died in the course of active service, I know those are not the ones you are looking for. Are they the ones you are looking for?
They're not.
So you are not looking for people who are sportsmen who are patriotic. You are not looking for patriotic persons. You are looking for honesty and integrity. And what about buying the award? That's also very important. I nominate somebody and throw in money there and say, look, can you put this man, because we want this man to be shown as an integrity person. Money bags.
I think,
is it ever possible under the plan?
No, it's not. Because once you're nominated, we don't ask you to pay no money. We don't ask you to donate or do anything as such. We take all of the expense, even when we have to bring you for the award ceremony, when we have to showcase you, we take responsibility to pay for that moment.
I saw your team in the boat on
your way to Andoni.
On your way to Andoni, trying to track somebody who was nominated.
Yes.
I saw the photograph on your website of your team looking for, going to the background to find out which school did they attend, exactly. What kind of people lived with him. Can we have a different story? Is it possible that this person is really honest? You go that far to investigate people.
Yes,
so you are not actually doing this. You have partners that are working with you.
Yes. Yes. So the Integrity Icon campaign is being sponsored by the MacArthur Foundation and Luminate Group, as well as Ford Foundation. So they've been
all expenses paid. Don't think you cannot bribe these guys. They have a lot of fun to do what they are going to do. Let's just quickly hear last, because we have to wrap up now, from Madam Adewumi. What do you have to say about what you have heard from people? How do you encourage them?
Yes, like what I want to say is the work of integrity, accountability begins with individual. Enough of I don't care attitude, which is the main thing that breeds correction. When you say I don't care about what is happening, anything can happen. Take for instance the education system in Nigeria. The government said the public schools are free. Are they really free? People need to stand up to check. We need to stand up to check. Don't say, I don't care. After all, my children go to private schools. If you don't monitor what happens in the government school, then they can be dishonest. But if we're on our toes, standing to check, then we'll be able to breathe. Now,
we have just 2 minutes to go. 1 minute for you and 30 seconds for you, 30 seconds for me. So we can give the studio hands 1 minute to wrap up.
So I just want to let you know that nominations are currently ongoing, and you can send the name, the organization, and the phone number of the individual to 0805-3503-402.
Yeah. The last one?
My closeout will be, yes, they are civil servants, they are public officials who are living with integrity. It's possible, it's doable, and Nigerians are already doing it. So thank you so much for having me.
Unfortunately, we cannot take all the messages, but Robinson Chijoke from Angwa Sigwa says, well, integrity is good, but AEDC dropped a transformer in our community without powering it up. Can you beg them to come and power up this transformer for the past 5 years? And we are working on integrity, and this is an integrity question. AEDC, please go to Angwa Siawa and power up their transformer. Ikechuku Stanley from Duse Alaji is also asking, is yellow fever vaccine free, and do I need to pay for the card? Yes, you pay 2,500 at the designated centers. And this is how we are going to be wrapping up the program today. We want to thank you for staying tuned, and remember that you can visit our website, news.primorg.org, for all the stories, news.primorg.org. And don't forget that you don't need to pay for your child's birth certificate, as well as pay for the yellow card. Public Conscience on Radio was produced by the Progressive Impact Organization for Community Development, Primorg. The program is supported by the John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation, committed to building a more just, verdant, and peaceful world. More information you can get at macfound.org. And I'm Okiri Agbonsulemi. Thank you so much for joining us. Next week we come back with another interesting edition of the program.